Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Yen from HEPAPAPA. Our store specializes in air purifier replacement filters. And today we have another air purifier cleaning and maintenance video lined up for you today. Today we have with us a Sharp air purifier. This air purifier comes with a humidifying function. Some of you may suffer from stuffy nose when you are in an air-conditioned room because of the dry air. So this air purifier with the humidifier function adds humidity to the air so you do not feel the dryness when breathing. The model we have here is the Sharp KC-A40E. The cleaning and maintenance method that you will be seeing will be similar to the KC-A40E, A50E and A60E. The air purifier here that we have is the one that we use in our office. The filters are about 10 months old and the filter replacement reminder light is on, reminding us to replace the filters. So let's see how the condition of the filters are after 6 months of usage. And remember to stay with us to the end of the video. We'll be answering some FAQs regarding air purifiers. The things required for cleaning this air purifier are gloves, mask, water, cleaning cloth, alcohol swabs, and of course our replacement filters. First step is to put on the glove and mask. So let's take a look at the pre-filter. This pre-filter traps larger airborne particles like dust and pet fur. We can either vacuum it or wash it with water and let it dry. As you can see, it is pretty dusty. So let's go ahead to clean this pre-filter. So for the pre-filter, we can either vacuum it or wash it. If you have a pressure hose, you can use a pressure hose to spray it, but do not use any brush because the nets may break. So what we have here is a pail of water. We will just go in and gently use our hands to brush it. Do not use any brush as it may break. So you want to clean it on both sides. Just very gently brush it with your hands. And after you're done, you can see that it's cleaner now. You can either put it in the sun or air dry it. So you can see the dirt that has been washed out of the pre-filter. The water is very dirty. Next, let's remove the filters from the filter housing. You can see that the green layer, which is the pre-filter, has turned into a dark color. Looking deeper into the HEPA filter, you can see that HEPA filter is dark gray, almost black. Let's wet our cloth and wipe down the filter housing. The interior of the filter housing is not really dirty. So just remove the dust particles that you can see. If you can zoom in here, you can see that it is quite clean actually. So the HEPA filter traps the fine airborne particles, so it does not go into the motor, the fan motor. So after we are done with the filter housing, we can proceed to clean up the exterior of the air purifier. You can see it's very dusty on the outside. So just use the cloth to go around. So we will allow it to dry for a while. So the final step is to use the alcohol swabs and to sanitize the filter housing. Tear one piece. And then just go in and wipe down the interior of the filter housing. This is just to sanitize, getting rid of any bacteria or viruses that could be lingering inside. After we are done with one piece, we can open another piece. There are some little holes and crevices which might be hard to get, so just take your time, go through each one of them. If you really want to be detailed, you can use a cotton bud to go through each of the squares. But to save the time here, we are just going to go through using our alcohol swabs. And so that's all. Next, we come to the humidifier filter. Many of you may not know how to access this filter. If you use the humidifier, you need to check if the filter has disintegrated or if there may be any algae growing on it. Firstly, you have to turn it to the side and then pull out the water tank. All you need to do is to push down and pull. So this is the water tank. Lift the bottom and give it a jerk, and then you'll be able to pull out the humidifier filter housing. This is the humidifier filter housing, filter tray. As I do not use the humidifier function on this air purifier, I do not have a filter inside the filter tray. But this is how you get to access the filter. For the water tank, all you need to do, right, is to rinse the inside with a small amount of water. So just unscrew the cap here and fill it with a little bit of water, and then just rinse it, and then just empty the water tank after you are done. You can see here there are some calcium growing on the cover of the water tank. Do not use any chemicals or detergent. If you need to wash it under water, or if it's very stubborn, you can use some citric acid or lemon juice to try to remove these stains. The water tank is pretty clean. It has not been used before, so by myself, but the previous owner they may have used it. So you can see that the water tank inside is pretty clean. You just need to rinse it with some water. For the humidifier filter, this filter should be inside the filter tray. Check that the filter is still intact. Leave the filter in the filter tray and just rinse it with plenty of water. Do not use any chemical or detergent. If the filter has disintegrated or if there's algae growing on the filter, then it's time to replace the filter. To replace the filter, just unclip the tray. And you'll be able to access the filter to replace it. And then once you have replaced it, just clip it back again. Because I do not use the humidifier function on this air purifier, I'm not going to replace the filter. So this is the filter. This is the filter for the humidifier. Now, for the tray cover, if there's any buildup of calcium, and you can see here there's some buildup of calcium, you can soak it in detergent water for about 30 minutes and try to brush it off. Here as well. So if there's any difficult stains that can't be removed, you can soak it in some detergent water and for 30 minutes and then try and brush it off. And so this is the whole setup of the humidifier. So to reinstall the humidifier, just put the filter tray back into the filter housing, push it in, followed by the water tank. So we have reinstalled the water tank. Remember, if you are using the humidifier function, to top up the water tank and also to ensure to check that the filter is installed. Now it's time to install the new filters. The features of the HEPA filter is that it comes with a layer of pre-filter. You may choose to vacuum this layer on a monthly basis for a longer filter life. There's a pull tab for easy removal of filter. The HEPA filter is built of high quality HEPA grade material and is able to filter down to 0.3 microns. So firstly, we will install the HEPA filter. Remember, the pull tab is always on the outside. If not, you can always follow the instructions if it is printed onto the filter. Inside, which is inside, outside is outside. But always, if it doesn't come with any instructions, pull tab is always on the outside. So this is the first layer that goes in. The next layer is our activated carbon filter, which is using unprocessed activated carbon. This kind of carbon is not coated with adhesive and is able to absorb odors and harmful gases like VOCs and formaldehyde. So there is no direction for this filter. Just remember, do not wash. You can just install it in, and that's it. So we have installed back the filters, and we can now install the clean filter cover back into the air purifier like this. So we have provided a reminder sticker as well. So just write down the last change date and the type of filter that we have installed. The HEPA filter and the carbon filter we have replaced, and so we have ticked it. But if you have the humidifier filter and you have replaced it as well, you can go ahead to check it. But for this instance, we have not replaced the humidifier filter, so we just leave it blank. So just remove the sticker and then just stick it on. So this is a removable sticker. If you want, you can see that it's actually removable, so it will not leave any stain on your air purifier. So you will note that the filter replacement reminder light is still on. This is because the reminder is time-based. It will come on a fixed time interval. In this case, Sharp has set it to every 720 hours. After you have replaced the filters, just long hold on the reset button for 3 seconds to reset this timer. So you see, we are done. I will just leave this laser particle counter behind me running while we go through some FAQs. So the favorite question that we get a lot is, how often should I replace the filters? Well, we recommend our customers to check the filters every 3 months for the following. Number 1, if the filter has turned dark grey or black, or for this instance, because the filter has a green pre-filter, see if the pre-filter has turned into a dark color. This will indicate that the filter is soiled and requires replacement. Secondly, if you notice any musky smell, bacteria and mold has infested the filters and you'll need to replace them. Thirdly, if the wind from the blower feels weak or stuck, that means that the filter is soiled and will require replacement. So our next question is, I've replaced the filters, but why is my air purifier still telling me to replace my filters with the reminder light still on? Well, most air purifiers come with a replacement reminder. This reminder is a time reminder, meaning manufacturer has preset a certain period for this reminder to come on, and it needs to be reset every time it comes on. Preferably after each time you replace the filters. Because it is time-based, it does not take into consideration the condition of your filter. So the third most frequently asked question that we get a lot is, why is there a weird smell after I replace the filters? Well, remember to clean the filter housing and sanitize it with some alcohol swabs before replacing the filters. And if you have an air purifier with a humidifier function, have you replaced the water in the water tank regularly? If not, you need to check on the water in the water tank. And filters also tend to absorb the smell of its surrounding, and for this instance, probably the plastic bag that it was kept in. So just let the air purifier run at high fan speed for a few hours and the smell will be gone. It will also take on the smell of your room instead. If you have used the filter for a while, and if the filter is one of those material that has activated carbon laced onto the HEPA filter, there are a few cases whereby the filter may have turned sour. In this case, the best thing to do is to sun the filter for a few hours. Sharp has a few models that is using this filter material, and this happens to original filters too. So just sun the filter for a few hours and it should remove the smell. So another question that is frequently asked is, which direction do I install the filter in? It doesn't come with any instructions. The easiest way is to make sure that the filter has the filter tab and the filter tab is facing outwards. So the filter tab is facing outwards so that you can easily remove the filter when you need to replace it. So if the filter does not come with any direction, just make sure that the filter tab is facing outwards. So we have come to the end of the FAQs, and as you can see behind me, we have the laser particle counter that's running. It's showing very good readings after we have changed the filters. So if you are looking to replace your Sharp air purifier filters or any air purifier that you have at home or in the office or in the workplace, remember to look us up. We are on Lazada, Shopee and Q10 as well. My name is Ian from HEPAPAPA. Breathe easy, breathe free. So remember, the filters are not recyclable. Just back them up